Testing, 1, 2, testing. And good morning and good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Happy new day. It's Tip Tuesday. That's what today is. It's Tip Tuesday. And if you are with our community, you know that it is Tip Tuesday. We are going to be talking photography tips today. And we will be sharing. Let me get that on the screen for you. Today is going to be a unique conversation, and I think you'll like it. It's called Reading Natural Light in Unfamiliar Environments, Travel Photography. So that's what we're doing. That is what we're going to be talking about later on. So stay tuned. Stay tuned as we gather ourselves together and get ready for class later on. We will be doing that for today. So how are you all doing today? I hope you're doing well. Today is a new day. It looks like all my settings were changed. All of my settings, my banners are not there. What is going on? Sometimes this StreamYard resets, and that's not what I wanted. No, that's not what I wanted. Well, there we go. I wanted this. My ticker tape is now scrolling. Remember to subscribe and share this channel. Always see it there. It should be there every time. This is the first time that it's been gone. I mean, StreamYard, they must have had a major update last night because they reset everything. Okay, so for those that don't know, StreamYard is the platform that we use to stream. That's how it goes across LinkedIn and YouTube and Instagram all at the same time. So hope you're all doing well. And so let's get some good mornings in. But before I do the good mornings, should we bring in Instagrammers? Let's bring the Instagrammers in. And sometimes I bring them in, sometimes I don't. But today, I think since we're doing a lesson, we might as well bring them in. And how are you guys all? Are you guys staying focused? Remember yesterday's topic was stay focused. Focus on what matters. Are you staying focused? Are you focusing on what matters? And so I saw someone say, Ron, I saw that. I saw what you did there. I saw what you did there in my Instagram post. They give you a daily a posting of the day, and I put that in there. Oh, wordplay. Oh, I have to tell you guys, I am exhausted. I did not get any sleep. You know that song? Didn't sleep at all last night, tossing and turning. That was me. That was me last night, and I think because like the AC is not pumping like it should, and it got a little warmer yesterday, and I can't get this AC to get cold. I need cold. I need a cold room to sleep. So yesterday was difficult. As a matter of fact, when I leave you, I'm going downstairs and say, hey guys, somebody needs to adjust my AC because it is not cold. I need cold. How many of you sleep in the cold? How many don't like the cold? I like covers. I like sheets. I like to be covered in everything. Anyway, let's say, okay, here we go. Did I do this right? Did I do this right? Hold on a second. I forgot what I was doing. There, look at that. Duh. I got so carried away with the AC. So this morning, I also had a chance to get up early since I was up already. I did get some sleep. I got 6 hours. I usually try to get 8 hours of sleep, but I just got 6 hours. I just barely made my threshold. And but sleep is so important. You have to sleep. Your body cannot repair itself if you don't sleep. You have to repair. You have to let the repairs go on while you're sleeping. So you must sleep. Sleep is important. And so I want to try to sleep because, it's so funny. I was telling Adrian, first of all, it's Adrian's birthday today. So if you need to give him a shout out, my son's birthday is today. Give him a shout out. I don't know if he's in the building today, but I Haven't looked and scrolled yet, but it is Adrian's birthday. I usually call him at midnight. As long as I been doing this since he was younger, I've always tried to be the first person to wish him happy birthday, usually like 1 minute after midnight. Well, this time I was knocked out because it was 6 o'clock. It was 6 o'clock in the morning here, and I was out. So anyway, I did get it in, and he did say I was the first person to wish him a happy birthday. So I'm excited that he's gained one more year. It's so good to see the youngins grow old. Anyway, let's get with the greetings already. Okay, Hannah is the first person in the building. She gets the gold this morning, and she says, "Good day, Ron, and Touch Base Daily family." And also for the silver, Tanya is in the building. And Tanya, I want to tell you, you hit something. We're going to talk about this. Maybe we'll talk about this week. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. Travel fatigue is real, and I think I'm suffering from a little travel fatigue because I have not really wanted to do anything over the last couple of days. I did do my walk yesterday. I got almost 3 miles in. Walked the other day, but today I was like, I guess because I didn't sleep last night. So tomorrow, hopefully a better day. Tomorrow I need to go to a site. I need to take you somewhere. I need to go somewhere as either Table Mountain or to the waterfront. Okay, we'll see. Anyway, Tanya says, "Hello, Ron and Touch Base Daily family." And she did give us that information yesterday about fatigue. Hannah says, "Hello, Tanya." Chris R is in the building. She says, "Hello, Ron." Chris R is in the building again. She says, "Good morning." Is this the same? Come on, I need to know. Is 6104 the same as 2648? I feel like I'm being tricked. Oh, goodness. Chris R says, 6104 says, "I am nervous as heck." What are you nervous about? What are you nervous about? She says, "I travel next week." Look, you wouldn't be in your right mind if you weren't nervous. Let me tell you, traveling is scary today now because the old orange fool has endangered us all as Americans. I don't even tell people I'm an American. And I don't. When they say, "Where are you visiting from?" I go, "Namibia." Because that's exactly where I'm visiting from. My home right now is in Namibia, and I took a plane from Namibia to Cape Town. I don't tell anyone that I'm from New York. I don't say anything that I'm an American. Just saying. America, the president has embarrassed us all. But when I find another American, I almost want to give them a hug of consolement, unless they're MAGA. But there's no MAGA folks over here. I have not seen any MAGA in Cape Town. So Chris, you got the bronze. Chris got the bronze today. And yeah, you have every reason to feel anxious about traveling. Jazzy is in the building, my lovely sparring partner. Jazzy, I miss sparring with you. We need a date night. We need a night to just have conversation about politics and what your thoughts are on different matters. I need a sparring partner that doesn't think like me. And you give me things to think about. I welcome opposition. I welcome other trains of thought. That's how we get better, and that's how we grow. So when anyone tells you they want to, hang out with just people that act like them, think like them, are like them, you're missing out. Jazzy, I miss you. I need to hang out, and I need to figure out a way to get back into our little what we call our workspace. I just had to say it. I just had to say it, Jazzy. Good morning, good morning. Need cold. Yes, yes, Tanya, you're like me. Need cold and covers. That's the best way to sleep. I absolutely cannot sleep when I'm cold. Who's this? Chris? Shoot. Do you know they say the best sleep is when the room temperature goes low? You sleep better. It's proven scientifically. You get your best sleep when it's just cool. Okay. And Hannah says this. Hannah says the same thing. You see, I have to slow my cadence down because I get excited. Hannah says, I need cold, comforting conditions in the summer. I must have it all year round. Even in the winter. When I used to have my apartment, because we had public housing heat, and it would be so hot in the winter. I would have to open up my window so that the house could stay cold, or at least cool. I do not like being hot. Good morning. I see them. Good morning. I see some good mornings, and then I see the happy birthdays to Adrian. If he pops in the screen, he'll see his name on the screen. Hey, why people say happy birthday? Adrian's birthday is today. This is Bingo Chris. I know who. So Bingo Chris, you are everywhere. So 2648. Okay, no other two. No, there's two of us. There are two Chris in the buildings. I knew I wasn't losing my mind. There's a Christener, and a Chris R. There we go. Thank you for solving my mystery. Anyway, good morning, G. G is in the building. She says, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Tanya says traveling mercies with you, Chris. Just stay vigilant. You will be great. Yes, I've been posting a lot of, I've been reposting a lot of really cool tips from all the other travel bloggers, vloggers, commentators. No need for me to reinvent the wheel, right? No need for me to create a series when all these people have created the wheel. Take the wheel and use it. Use the wheel and share it. That way they get recognized. You start to follow them too. So that's what I believe. So repost. The greatest compliment in cyber world is sharing. If everyone shared this video, that watched this video, that's in this community, it would be the highest compliment, is to share. Every time this ends, share. Sharing is the best compliment to we content creators. So yeah, we are praying for your travel mercies. And Shirley's in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh, hitting the table. The leg of the table keeps shaking. Okay. Jazzy says, let's go. We need to get into our space again. I need my spar. I need my sparring people. She says, Ron and Jazzy have a lot to say. We certainly do. But Jazzy makes me better. I love Jazzy Jazz. She makes me better. She makes me better. G, the fashion queen. Is that what they're calling Gwendolyn now? The fashion queen? Thank you. Yes, we need to be in the Go Brunch space. It's always open. I need to get back to the Go Brunch space. Oh, look who's in the building. Oh, it is Mr. Michael G. Mr. G Young Photography. His show is showing. Is your show still showing in New York City? His show is in 3 places. I think, is it 2 or 3? 3 galleries at the same time. Michael is the man. He is such a great guy and just a real beautiful person. He and his wife are amazing. Hey, my brother, he says. Hey, my brother. Hey, my brother. And I got some more fashion to share. So y'all better hang on to G on her channel. She'll be sharing. And Mike says, oh, yes, I have to be cold. See, there's a lot of us in the building. There's a lot of us in the building. G says, I want to be darn near freezing when I'm asleep. See, look at all us cold sleepers. Yes, cold is good. You can always warm up, but you can't cool down. You can always warm up, pour more blankets, but you can't cool down when it's hot. I was having a hard time my first week in Namibia. I would tell you, every night was rough. They were having a heat wave, and no one has fans, and no one has air conditioning. Whew. That was a rough week. My first week in Namibia was a little challenging, I must say. Elise says, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, Ron. As a matter of fact, it is good evening here, Elise. It is live at 5. It is 5:19 here in wonderful Cape Town. And I see all the love. I see all the love. Hey, Charlene, that's me. Happy birthday to Adrian. Good morning. I see all that. Yes, yes, yes. And so he's missing out all the birthday cards. I don't know what he's doing. I know he's working today. And Christine Renee. Oh, you and Gwendolyn have the same Renee. All right, look at that. Renee. No, sorry. Kristen Renee, come to this living room right now. I'm sorry. That Renee always makes me think. I go into movie mode when I hear Renee. I don't know why. It just makes me smile. It's everyone should have that as a middle name. It's one of the best middle names. It's like so theatrical. I see more good mornings. I see more good mornings. Wait, there's 2 Chris. Yes, Gwendolyn. I knew I wasn't losing my mind. Something kept saying, these are not the same people. Yes, yeah. Chris Sterner 6104 says, yes, Chris is the troublemaker. That the other Chris, the bingo player, is the troublemaker. Oh, goodness gracious. I love it. See, we both now, Gwendolyn, if we both missed it, that's something. That's both of us. Shanti says, yes, getting perspective is always great. It makes us grow. And hey, and again, if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like. You cannot be in this building without hitting the like. And if you are new to this space, make sure you hit subscribe. And that way you can be notified of when we are on and we're having great conversation. Today is our Tip Tuesday. So we'll be talking about photography, travel photography. So get ready. Make sure you get your pads, pencils, tablets, whatever you need for our class today. And look at it. I mean, this has been a revealing day. Mike says, yes, thank you. I have a news show going up April 9th. Man, y'all need to follow Mr. MG Young Photography, Michael Young Photography in Instagram, and all his postings are right there. So go onto the Instagram page, follow our wonderful brother who I had a great chance to. We had a great conversation here. And so he is an amazing photographer. And his genre, he is the master of great contrast, shadow, and light. He is the master of shadow and light. And we could learn a whole lot from him. He needs to just come on and do a class. We need to just be in his head. How does he create his shadow and light images? Hint, 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 Mr. Michael G. I think so. Charlene also is with me. She says, definitely have to be ice cold when I sleep. There we are. We are the greater number. Okay. You're the AE instead of the EE, but it's still the same. I mean, It still sounds the same, correct? Okay, I like it. Gwendolyn Renee, get in this living room. Sorry, I know the outbreak. Sorry, Gwendolyn, I just had to do it. Oh, your niece is Renee. Okay. Uh, she says, I really thought Chris was changing her name and picture. Yes, yes, they had us fooled. Oh, look, look, Mike would like to come on and teach about and share so we can get in his brain about light and shadow photography. Ooh, let me know. What's a good Tuesday for you, Mr. Young? Or we can just do another show altogether and just have a conversation. We could just have a one special evening, special morning, special night. You let me know because now I am free range. Not like chicken, but free range. I can stop wherever day, wherever time to have a conversation with you. Okay, so you let me know what's the best time and we will make it happen. Gwendolyn says, my mother does use the full name still at times. Tell Mama I said hello. I love Gwendolyn's mom. I love Mama. And okay, so I guess we're getting caught up here on all these. Kristen her 2648 at G. It says to G, I do change my picture, but now I'll need to change my name. I'm over here working and listening, she says. Okay, so there's a lot going on in the news. And I am now becoming more like sensitive to saying, we can talk about certain things. We can, like, we have our Wednesdays, that's when we dive into water cooler conversations. So we'll dive into that stuff on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So Wednesdays and Thursdays, we'll dive into politics, we'll dive into all the stuff that's going on in the world. But today is our Tit Tuesday. So I am realizing that on Mondays, Tuesday, I am like, no Orange Man news. Jazzy says, free range chicken has me cracking up. Yes, I am free range. And so anyway, oh, I just had to go there. Anyway, so what time we're doing? We're doing good on time. So I think we'll be ready for our lesson. Are we ready for our lesson? Are you guys ready for the lesson for today? Today we are talking. We're talking reading natural light in unfamiliar environments, travel photography. Since I am now a nomad, I am a nomadic photographer. I am traveling all over the globe. Well, I don't know about all over the globe, but at least a lot of places on the globe. In the last 5 weeks, I've been to 5 countries. I've been to 12 cities and towns. That's a lot in 5 days. And I'm gonna put a starting. If you have a question, also remember, because we do have Q&A, we can have Q&A later. Or if you have a question along the way, make sure you put Q and then put your question. Q and semicolon, just say colon, and then put in your question. And so we're gonna hit that, Chris, for you in a moment. But so I've been around. I've been to, just so you guys know, just kind of giving you the rewind for those that don't know where I am and what I'm doing. So for those that are new to this channel, I am a photographer from New York City. Did I say New York? Oh my God. Did I say America? It's out of the bag there. Okay, so anyway, I've had photos in National Geographic. Well, I have one photo in National Geographic, one big photo in the New Yorker, several in Forbes, and a bunch of other magazines and periodicals. So I'm a photographer. I love photography. Now, I am not a photographer that is locked into a particular genre. Like some people are wedding photographers and that's all they do. Some people are baby photographers. They take pictures of babies. That's all they do. Some people only do street photography. That's all they do. Then there are people that are travel photographers, and that's all they do. Some people do headshots, portraits, and that's all they do. However, I have never been a all of anything. I am very eclectic in my behavior traits. My home, Gwendolyn can tell you, is extremely eclectic. I have modern, I have old, I have new, I have foreign, I have metropolitan, I have desert art and culture. I love it all. It's just who I am. I love people from all over the world. That's just who I am. I love different situations. I like being in the desert, but I also love the snow and the cold. I love being in Europe, but I do love being in Africa. I love being in America, but I love it all. I am eclectic in all of my experiences in life. So I am in another chapter of my life, and that is I am a nomadic photographer. I'm a nomad. Some will say a digital nomad because I am giving you digital platforms. Hopefully, we'll make money in this genre, who knows? But I am a digital nomad. I am sharing my experiences from all over the world as I go and I connect with people and I photograph the world. So what I am doing now is you'll see as we're still doing our Motivation Mondays. We're still doing our Tip Tuesdays. We're still doing our Wednesdays. So we have now settled into me traveling around the world and yet still having this platform and for us to continue to grow together. I think it's been really intriguing to see how much the travel aspect of my life has really been highlighted with you. You have been asking you have become more I would call it intuitive to the conversations. You have been sharing and connecting. You send me DMs, you see me all kinds of stuff, travel stuff, things that are happening, warnings, alerts. You are in this with me. So why not bring our lessons along the way too? So our lessons are going to be, because travel photography is no different from any other photography. It's just more specific because you're traveling. And most time when you are traveling, you have less gear. You have less to work with because you're a traveling photographer. But you still have to grab hold and grasp all of the techniques to get yourselves good composition. Know the rules so you can break the rules, so you can become an artist, a creative. I see here. See here. I see Gwendolyn is saying what I'm saying. Oh, Hannah says she's the same way. I'm the same way, Ron, she says. And I see this is a family photographer, but I do mix up. Here's one for G. She said, I'm listed as a family photographer, but I do mix under that title. And I know Mr. Michael in here, Mr. Michael Young, does all kinds of photography. So I find from my mentors like Omar gave me a lot of lessons when I first started as a photographer. And he always said, the thing you should always be aware of is never create conditions where you burn out. Burnout is very prevalent in the photography career. People that are photographers, that do the same exact thing over again usually burn out. So I've been told. I very rarely burn out. I have not been burned out, I don't think. I've been tired. I've been sleepy. I've been like out, like need rest, but I've never burnt out. And I've been doing this now 10 years as a career. And I will say it's because I am eclectic. When I get tired of street photography, I do portraits. When I get tired of portraits, I do, I'm always doing something. So keeps me very intrigued with the world and with the people I'm photographing. I have clients from different backgrounds. A lot of my clients are CEOs. I just did a CEO photo last week, and I was working on it, and that that took place. And yeah, and she's a huge CEO of a big pharmaceutical company in India. So I get great opportunities to meet people and connect with people, and I love it. I see here long. Okay, I see that. Okay, you guys having a conversation. We're gonna have this conversation later, Gwendolyn and Chris. Mike says, yes, I do everything and nothing. Exactly, that's how we do it. And G says, that's why personal photography projects keep the creative juices flowing. Yes, before I start this lesson, can I reiterate what Gwendolyn just said? That's why personal photography projects keep the creative juices flowing. Photographers must have personal projects that they're working on, like photographing doors. I have a friend who just does nothing but photograph doors. He travels to take pictures of doors. Well, that's outside of his career. Some people have different things that interest them, but you can really let it go and learn and develop something as a personal project. TV says, as a mother of two creatives, I watch them burn out and pivot all the time. Yes, you have to be able to pivot. Okay, so that's the foundation. So again, if you're here for the first time, you're listening to this for the first time in the repeat, make sure you hit subscribe, because this is a platform for creatives, and we come in different genres. We are eclectic here in this community, and everyone loves photography here. Everyone loves travel. So that's what I focus on. My niche, if there's a niche, is I love travel and I love photography, and I'm combining the two as I travel the globe and meet people. And it's been a fascinating 5 weeks. I've photographed all kinds of people. And so anyway, okay, let's get to the class. Let's get to class, y'all. It's time for school. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's get it. Can I get that up there without overdoing it? Can I? Let's see. I'm good there. I'm good there. Okay. I think I can fit it all into the screen. Okay. So today's topic, well, this was inspired. I photographed this while I was in south of France a couple of weeks ago. There were some horses hanging out, and you got to be ready when you're ready. And also got torn up by the mosquitoes when I photographed this. But the light was beautiful. The light was beautiful. And so my buddy was like, we need to feed we have apples in the car, and can we give them the apples? Well, I was like, oh, sure we can. And then when he gave them the apples, I got my camera and I started photographing. And this is one of the photos from this moment in the south of France, right off someone's vineyard in the south of France. So today's topic is reading natural light in unfamiliar environments, travel photography. Now, I have been, for all those that don't know, this lesson can be found with the Patreon community. The Patreon community gets these posts, and they get the full lessons and everything laid out. So if you want to become a Patreon member, just click on the QR code in the top of the screen, become a paying member, support what we do here. So do it that way. Okay, here we go. So if you want these lessons, there's lots of lessons. I don't want to say hundreds, but there are lots. Okay, so here we go. Reading natural light in unfamiliar environments. Tips for our Touch Base Daily photography community. Stepping into a new place, whether it's a bustling market in Lisbon, which I was there, a quiet street in Windhoek, which is not too far in Namibia, or a sun-washed corner of New York City, means stepping into a new relationship with light. These tips help our community slow down, observe, and translate that light into intentional images. Now, I'm always sharing with you, what are we as photographers? Light chasers. If you are a photographer, you chase light. And if you chase the light, then you figure out what you want to do with that light. You manipulate the light, you move the light, you create around the light. The light is your cue as a photographer. So number one, are you ready? Get those pens out, get those pencils, get that tablet out. Let's get ready. Number one, arrive early before you shoot anything. New environments can overwhelm the senses. Before lifting the camera, take a moment to simply stand still. One, notice where the light is coming from. Two, observe how it moves across surfaces, people, and textures. And then three, ask, is this a soft light that wraps or a hard light that cuts? Now we know, well, we'll get more into it later. But there's times for soft light in the day. There's time for hard and cutting light in the day. Mike is in the building, so I can tell you, Mike knows how to use that cutting light like a chef. He knows how to cut that light with shadows. A lot to learn from him. Here we go. This pause is often the difference between snapshot and a story. Anyone can take a picture and just click away. But a photographer takes the time to just stop and observe, look around. Look how the buildings are reflecting. Look at the people. Look at the environment. What the photographer does. Number two, part two. Identify the dominant light source. I'll repeat. Identify the dominant light source. Every unfamiliar space has a main character light. Here we go. One on this. Outdoors, sun direction, cloud cover, reflections from buildings or water. Indoor light, windows, skylights, open doors, or mixed artificial resources, or sources, I should say. Once you identify the dominant source, you can position yourself to use it rather than fight it. When I first started as a photographer, as a hobby photographer, I used to fight with the light. No, the light is your friend, and the light will help you create, and the light will signal to you what you can accomplish. What you can accomplish, because you're thinking like a photographer. Number three, use your body as a light meter. I just recently learned this over the last 4 or 5 years. Before checking your camera, rotate your body slowly. Feel the warmth on your face. Notice how shadows shift across your hands. Watch how highlights appear, like the light in the back, those highlights appear and disappear as you turn. Your body will tell you where the light is strongest, softest, and most flattering. When I'm on a photo shoot with a client, I'll have them move around. I'll see the light. I know where the light source is coming from, and I move them around because I want to get the best look, the best highlights on the back of their heads. But I don't want to overkill it. I don't want to overexpose. And then I move and shift. Or same thing when I'm taking pictures of people. Like you just saw I just posted on my Instagram a photo of a hemp woman from from Namibia. And I had a chance to meet her, and I was able to photograph her and her hair and the red and how they put the red mud in their hair. And I was like fascinated by her. And she was glad for me to take the photo, but I had to maneuver her. I had to like move her to different angles to find out what was the best light for that moment to catch the shot, to be able to highlight her face and then highlight her hair. And I was able to do both of them. Your body will tell you where the light is strongest. You can feel the light. Next, 4, pay attention to atmospheric filters. Unfamiliar environments often come with unfamiliar filters. Living in New York City, we get this. We become experts at this because New York City offers all of this. And here we go. Dust in the air. Dust can make a good photo. Humidity or mist. Use it with the light. You can get some really cool and interesting photos. Pollution in the city. Pollution haze, like taking a photo in New York City during a heat wave. Go on top of one of the tallest buildings in the city, observation deck. And then when the morning is rising up, when you first get to that observation deck and it's early in the morning and you see the sun rising, but you see the haze across the city, gives you an interesting photo. Sea spray, like the hitting of the ocean against the rocks. Or in New York City, we have the waves that go along the Hudson, but you can go to the beach and get great waves also. High altitude clarity. Beautiful, clear days, beautiful days where you can see as far as the eye can see. You can get on top, you can go on top of the rock. And on top of the rock is not the tallest building in New York City, but it's in the center of New York City. And being in the center of New York City, if you are on a perfectly clear day, you can see Massachusetts, Connecticut, upstate New York, Jersey, the Atlantic Ocean, the Hudson. You can see a lot. High altitude clarity. These elements change contrast, color, temperature, and mood. Lean into them. They're part of the story of place. Number 5, look for natural reflectors. Ooh, I love this one. Again, coming from New York, it's easy. New York is like a paradise for photographers. I'm just saying. All of these exist in New York City. In New York, in new environments, reflectors are everywhere. Everywhere. Reflectors are everywhere. Here in the desert, it's the sand, but we'll go into it. Here we go. Light-colored walls. Reflectors. Don't just have to be in New York, but you got walls all over this country, all over the world. There are walls, sand, the beach, the desert, pavement, the reflection of the sidewalk, the reflection of the light sidewalk. Some sidewalks have marble. Some sidewalks are clear, light colors, and some are dark. You can change the lighting by being on certain sidewalks or the pavement. Water reflects. Glass buildings, reflections. Even people's clothing. Now, I want to tell you something. One of my mentors, Seth, who works at Adorama in New York City, put me onto this. I don't ever do it, but he does it all the time. I used to say, why does this guy always wear white t-shirts? He wears white t-shirts to all of his photo shoots. And everywhere he goes, he has like white t-shirts. He doesn't pack as much because he goes to a city and just buys white t-shirts and use them for work. Because if he's in the white shirt that he's wearing can reflect the light onto the client. White t-shirts are great for reflecting. Black t-shirts kind of like soften the reflection, kind of absorbs the reflection or the light. So I have black ones, but white and black t-shirts can also be used for your work. And I know people that do it. These bounce light back into your subject and can soften harsh shadows without any gear. Don't have to carry reflectors. I brought no reflectors on this trip. Nope, left them home. Number 6, study the shadows first. Shadows reveal more about light than highlights do. Listen to this, y'all. I want you to really listen to this. This is really cool. Mike is in the building. It's so interesting that Mike would be in the building on this day of this subject. Study the shadows first. Shadows reveal more about light than highlights do. Here we go. Long shadows equal, here we go, low sun, warm, directional light. Short shadows, that means we're in the midday, equals harsh, contrasty light. Soft, undefined shadows means or equals diffuse light. It's a cloudy day. You're in a shade or it's foggy. If you understand the shadows, you understand the light. Can I get an amen? I'm going to have to pause right here. There has to be an amen in the house. There has to be an amen in the house. It has to be. Again, if you have a Q&A, if you have a question, make sure you put the Q in and we'll get to it. And I'll also use. Okay, let me look at what you guys are putting here. That's a good way to pause right here. And here our screen. Here we go. I see here. That's it. I see. And I want to make sure I get you guys. Here we go. Baby girl has a baby. Oh, here's one. Here's a phrase. We'll see. We'll catch up on this. Fifi says, love the term light chaser, Ron. That's what we do. Michael says, I also use my hand and I hold it up to see what's happening with the light. Right? Thank you. Beautiful photo. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you for that beautiful photo. About there. There we go. Okay, we get frozen sometimes. Chris says, yes, Chris. Christiner. She said, I look most beautiful in the golden hour. Can I tell you a joke about that? Among photographers, we say everyone looks good in the golden hour. You can have your worst looking subject. Sorry to say it that way, but everybody looks good in the golden hour. It just is so. And let's see here. Here's G says, there are tons of reflectors if you venture downtown. That's right. That's right. She says, yes. Oh, water? Yes, water too. Here we go. I have noticed too much greenery will impact the picture as well. Yes. The greenery, if too much green can reflect the green into the shot. Yes, that is very true. And Fifi says, that is my favorite time to take selfies, the golden hour. Everybody looks good in the golden hour. G says, I edit my photos in black or dark clothing. Very true, because how we edit, like sitting in front of the screen, bounces back onto the screen as we're editing. Very, very good, G. Classic. And Mike says, amen. And amen again. I got you, buddy. I got you. You are in the right space at the right time. Does the extra, there we go. Here's a good, Fifi says, does the extra greenery enhance or detract more cysts? Yes, it does. Yes. Yes, it does. And G says to Fifi, it'll cast a color on your image. So if you're surrounded by bushes, you'll notice a green cast on your images. There we go. Okay, we're caught up. We're caught up. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to move on. One here. We're going to move on. Here we go. Let's get back to the lesson. We're almost done. We got 2 more and then we're done. But again, those shadows, notice the shadows, long shadows, short shadows, and soft, undefined shadows. They are so important. They tell you a whole lot. Number 7, travel light. Shoot intentionally. You can't carry all the studio equipment with you when you're traveling. Just can't do it. You have to go with the basics. Here we go. When you're in a new place, carrying less helps you see more. Can I say that again? Carry less helps you see more. One lens forces you to move your feet. I often tell my clients, you just stay put. I'll move around you. Exactly. I'm moving around. I'm moving around the subject. I tell them, just stay still. You just stay still. Right there, I got you where I need you. The rest is up to me to do the legwork or the footwork. One lens forces you to move your feet. Number 2, a small kit keeps you nimble, meaning one lens and a camera. Small kit, we call it a kit, how many lenses you have in your body. Fewer choices equal more attention to light and composition. Can I say that one again? Fewer choices equals more attention to the light around you, your environment, the light environment, and how you want to compose the image. Your presence becomes more observant, less distracted. And I think we're down to our last one. Here we go. Number 8, and the last. Oh, sorry, got one more. Sorry, one more after this. 8, revisit the same spot at different times. Lots of photographers do this, especially those that do nature shots. Light transforms a location dramatically. Morning is the cool and gentle directional. Midday is bright, harsh, high contrast. Golden hour is warm, soft, and emotional. That's why you see those love commercials. When they do The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, it's always this golden hour, makes them look emotionally. The blue hour, calm, cinematic, reflective. Blue hours, the hour after the sun sets, that goes below the horizon. Return to the same place and watch how the story changes. Because did you know the sun sets in a different location every night? It keeps moving. It bounces. It bounces to the west or goes to the east. It keeps moving. So the same light that you had yesterday is going to be different tomorrow. Number 9, here we go. Let the environment teach you. Every new place has its own rhythm of light. Instead of imposing your usual style, let the environment guide you. Break your rules, and let the environment guide you. Here it is. Ask yourself, what is the light trying to say here? How can I honor the mood of this place? What story does this light want me to tell? This mindset turns unfamiliarity into inspiration. And 10, not last. Practice light sketching. Before taking your real shots, make a few quick frames just to study how the light behaves. Shoot silhouettes, shoot textures, shoot reflections, shoot shadows. That will give you like a feel for the environment. These sketches warm up your eye and help you understand the environment faster. Okay, and there you have it. And there you have it. This was our lesson today. Reading natural light in unfamiliar environments, travel photography. Okay, any Q's and A's, any questions so I can give you answers? Or this community has photographers in it, and if I can't answer it, they will. So this is your time to learn. This is your time to learn. Mr. Michael Young says, these are such great tips, Ron. They have really inspired me today. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Chris says, overhead lighting is the devil. No, not always. You can change lighting creates the story. You can make a villain out of light. You can take someone and put them in a dark room, take a flashlight and put the flashlight underneath their chin and photograph them, and they look evil. Then you take that same light, that flashlight, take the flashlight in a dark room, put the flashlight above, and they look angelical. You can change, lighting changes the character of the photo, and you can create. Okay. Jazzy says, indeed, amazing tips as always. Fifi says, I like to take photos in nature. Your tip will help determine better angles from here on out. Yes, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. G says, Fifi says, everything is impacted by light. So you gotta think about the light being reflected off of green leaves. It's green or any color. If for instance, I have over where these, in the bedroom, there's a blue wall. If I wanted, if I was taking photos in the bedroom here, I would have a blue hue because of the wall. That's why you see photographers use black backdrops or white backdrops or reflectors that are black and reflectors that are white. And then some will use shimmering reflectors and real reflecting, like glare, like giving you that water feel in the reflectors, because they want to get a certain feel. Or there's reflectors that have a gold tint to them, so that way you can get that nice. And you may not have that beautiful, evening sun to play with, but you have a reflector that has a orange or like a evening sun look to it, so that when you use that reflector, you can get that same effect. Okay. But when you're traveling, you don't have reflectors. You don't have reflectors. Okay, there was a question here that I saw earlier. Chris says, on a question, how does a nervous traveler survive her first long-haul flight? I'm so nervous. Okay. I'm going to get away from our photography, but here we go. Good question for travelers. I'll give you what I do, and it works for me. Is I try to make sure I travel light, meaning everything is easily put into bags and put into my pockets and put in my clothes. So that way when I go through. So this is, how does a nervous traveler survive her first long haul flight? So you're going to be on the plane for more than 3 or 4 hours. I do not take my earplug. I know people, like I used to have my earpods or my Samsung earplugs. I mean, not earplugs, but sound plugs. I don't take them any longer. Why? Well, they're usually in my pocket. They're in the bag. I still travel with them for when I'm just hanging out. But when I'm on the plane, I do not use them. Do you know why? Because one of them popped out one time and fell down between the seats. And then I could not get my earplug until it was time to get off the plane. So I do not use earplugs any longer. I carry my Beats. I have my Beat headsets, my headgear, so that way it sits. Usually when I'm on the plane, I always carry my baseball cap. The reason why I have a baseball cap when I'm on a plane is because One is I can get like into my own world. Number two, my earphones, I can sit them on top of here. They sit right here. And so when I'm eating and doing it, I can just sit them right here. So my hat has many purposes. I take my hat, put it right there because I want to have my music. I want to have the things I want to listen to, but I don't want my ear pods to fly out and you fall asleep and it pops out your ear. So ear pods, I got rid of my ear pods. I mean, like I said, I do not travel on the plane with them. I mean, they're in the luggage, they're in the pockets, but I don't use them. I use headphones. Much easy to manage. Number two, I always carry my little package of wipes. My little wipes are always in my side pocket and also my mask. Several of them. The reason why I have several masks is because I seem to always find the children that are coughing. The children that are always coughing and always spreading their germs. And so if I am in a germy section, I will take out that mask and flash. So I put on the mask, but very rarely, because unless it's someone that's out of control. Long haul, get compression socks. Compression socks. I have compression socks everywhere. I use them everywhere I go. Get compression socks for traveling. Compression socks help your blood to, what they call it, it helps the blood flow in the legs so that you don't get clotting, your legs are not fatigued. So get compression socks. Also, wear slip-on shoes. Wear slip-on shoes. Since we're in the travel mode now, because you can slip them off and slip them on. Now, for a lot of people, and when you get to a certain age, but it happens for most of us, is that when you fly, you don't realize it until you get older. When you're younger, you don't think about it, but it's happening. Your body expands just a little bit. Your body expands a little bit. So you will feel like your body is swelling up. Your shoes feel tighter. So don't wear string tie shoes because then you'll feel the pressure on your feet and it will drive you insane if it's a long flight. So wear slip-ons that expand. Like, they have that like elastic in the front so you can expand with your foot. And you will feel so good when you get off the plane. Long distance travel is different from short. You could feel like $1 million, or at least near it. In these days, traveling is hard on the body. Air flights are hard on the body. So you want to make it as easy as possible. So I would say, since that's a good question for today, that's a good question to close out on with some travel tips. Here's some more chiming in. G says, that's true. I wear slip-on shoes with my compression socks on our road trips. Any distance, put on those compression socks and put on slip-on shoes. Mimi says, yes, learned that lesson about compression socks from a friend's mom that landed here from UK and had a stroke. Please keep compression socks everywhere and upgrade. Yes. Here's another one. Now, you may think it's counterproductive. The day before your flight, or just the week leading into your flight, but the day or two before the flight, drink lots of water. You need to stay hydrated. Your body vessels need to be able to be moist and ready to just flex. I know some people don't like the word moist, but they need to be flexed. So drink lots of water. When I'm one time I was on a trip, I went and I forgot to drink a lot of water before, and I felt miserable when I landed. You need lots of water. And believe it or not, it doesn't make you go to the bathroom more. Most people think, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom more. No, you need, your body is like I said, your body is expanding. That's why those compression socks are so important. It prevents blood clots. Yeah, you need lots of water also to keep the blood fluid. You need lots of water. So before you get on a long trip, on a long flight, or a long car drive, or a long train ride, get yourself lots of water leading up to your travel. I like that, says bless the MBA. Mimi says, yes, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Okay, did we answer your question? Any other questions out there? This is what I'm here for. I'm here to give you the information. If I can help you with your travels and photography, that's what I do. I love it. Yes. Oh, thank you, Gwendolyn. This is 2 things you must do. Now, Gwendolyn says, also carry facial mist too. The air in the aircraft is dry. The air in the aircraft is dry. So I do 2 things. I sprinkle myself with water. And I go to the washroom, sprinkle my face with water. And so far, I have not had a problem with this on the airlines. They allow me to do it. I take my saline nasal spray. Now, the saline nasal spray, which is a mist spray, you put it in your nose, spray it, and it moisturizes your nostrils. It does 2 things. One is it keeps your nasal passages from getting dried out and cracking. When your nasal passages are dry and begin to crack, the germs in the plane can easily enter your body. So the saline spray does 2 things. One, it keeps the nasal passages moist, wet, so it doesn't dry out. But the saline is a salt-based liquid that also kills bacteria and some viruses. So the things that are going, like all those germs that are popping in your nose, saline spray helps a whole lot. I travel with it everywhere I go. And let's see, that's a good one. So again, notice how all this is hydration. Hydration to the body, hydration to the blood flow, hydration to your nasal passages. You need to stay hydrated and you need to have the passages moist. Bryson says, sorry that I'm late. Shame on you, Bryson. You missed the show. Sorry that I'm late. What's up, everybody? Again, if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like. And if you enjoyed this conversation today, if you enjoyed the lesson, make sure you hit subscribe if you're here for the first time. We do this every Tuesday, Tip Tuesday, Photography Tip Tuesday. Oh, she said, Ron, interesting, Ron. I use the Beckman 1802 milkshake. I don't know what that is. Dude, explain. Also, carry Vita E oil, but will keep a mist. Thanks, G. There was something about this I wanted to share. One of the things I always, and that's because I don't take I take my vitamins every day. I do that. So I always take my vitamins. Take my vitamins, take my vitamin D, all that stuff. You should be getting all your vitamins and all your nutrition and all that stuff before you get on the plane or start traveling. Again, traveling is it assaults your body on a certain level. But I always carry with me, it's in my room over here, is something called Orego Max. Now they say these Orego Max is really good for fighting germs and parasites and all the other stuff. I'm not a doctor and I'm not the FDA and I don't know what, but I know it works for me. I don't know what it does for others, but it works for me. Someone mentioned this to me years ago. One of my friends who used to be studying nutrition, used to work at the Container Store, coached me. I was having this horrible cough that would not go away. And she says, take Orego Max. And I was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. So I did. And my cough was gone in 2 days. Bam, knocked it out. So what I realized is that now I've been taking this. I don't take it every day. I only take it when I get off the plane or take it before I get on the plane, take a tablet, and I take one after I get off the plane. Right before, I should say, when I go to bed. So the morning and the night before I go to bed. And I find I am very rarely sick. I'm very rarely sick. I haven't so far, where's the wood, as they say, knock on wood, I have not been sick. And I've been in some really harsh environments. Kids coughing, older people, seasoned people coughing and sneezing and hacking their lungs out. And I'm still healthy. I spent 5 weeks, thank God. I just praise the Lord after every trip. I go, thank you, Jesus. But yes, I do my Orego Max is always with me. And so, same thing. Well, my buddy Paul, who I'm staying with in Namibia, he had a nagging cough that would not go away. We both had this cough when we came off the flight from Germany. Well, you know what Ron did? I popped those Orego Max in my mouth, and I was like, 2 days. I mean, the day after, my cough was gone. He did not even know about Orego Max, and his cough was still going. But guess what? I told him, I said, Paul, you need these Orego Max. He took the Orego Max. Guess what? The next day, the cough was gone. So I just know from experience. Don't know what the scientific and all the other stuff is, but I know it works for me, and it's definitely not in my head. But yes, you want to also, have your vitamins and stuff to make sure you stay up to par health-wise. And I think we got everything here. Also, guys, if you're interested, I'm gonna go some banners here. I'm gonna go with this one first. If you are in the building, you want to become a member. Become a member. You help support what we do here. Become a member. Also, I have special events for our members. Special touch base dailies, connections, videos, all that stuff. So we've been doing that for the last week since now that we are eligible for the membership. So you can become a member of this platform. We already have several members here, which is great. And I pop on sometimes, and guess what? They pop on with me. Ron, I didn't know you were up this late. Then I go, why are you guys up? Or sometimes after this show, I have a members, meeting after. So we do that. Sometimes we catch the sunset. I think we're going to try to catch the sunset in a little bit today. Okay, so we're going to try to do it from, guess what? We're going to the roof today. I am going to the roof. I think I can get a signal. Hopefully I'll get a signal and I'll be able to share the sunset with you, wonderful members. Okay, and we'll go on the roof today. What is it called, Ron? Orego. Oh, let me put it in. Let me go. Hold on. Let me get it for you. Hold on. Hold steady with me. Hold steady as you just look at this income, become a member. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. And so become a member. You can just click on any of I think it's above. Someone can help me out where the membership button is on the YouTube channel, but you can become a member. And so that's the only announcement I'm going to have there for today. And good. So This is the Orega Max right there. Herb spices, raw digestive support, whole crude wild oregano. Oregano's been known to healthy immune system support. I carry this everywhere I go. I don't travel without this. This is the first thing I put in my bag. I put this in before the vitamins. I'm just telling you, it has served me well. And yeah, so that's what it's called, Orega Max. I'll put it up again on the screen. There we go. And I'll put a link into I think in my Amazon store. You'll be able to get it from my Amazon store for those who have Amazon, but I'll also put the link just so you can have it. Okay. So not promoting. I'm not being paid for it. I'm just mentioning it. Okay. So I'm going to see if Doc will give me Xanax. And okay, so there we go. I think we got it all. Any more? We're good with questions? I think we're good. We're on time. We're 5 minutes over time. Okay. So guys, have a great day. Tomorrow is our panel discussion. We'll be talking about whatever is in the water cooler conversation tomorrow. So tomorrow's water cooler talk Wednesday. Join us tomorrow for that, and you'll see. I do believe Gwendolyn will be here. She should be here. Chris will be here, and I think Elise will be here. So we'll be having our conversations tomorrow, and join us tomorrow for our great conversations. Okay, thank you so much for joining us today. And again, if we're here. We're here to serve, and take those lessons. I think you'll learn. I think you will go back over those lesson notes. I think they'll help you. Thank you, Mike, for being here. So good to see you here in the building, Mike. Michael Young was in the building, and all the wonderful folks that are here, part of this community. I appreciate you joining me today. Again, hit subscribe if you're here for the first time. And if you're not here for the first time, hit the likes. Hit the likes because you're probably already a subscriber. I'm out. Later.